Hi, welcome to the podcast. So this is a podcast where developer talk to other developers. Now, on this podcast today, I want to talk about something that has been intriguing and has been on my mind for quite some time now. And this is regarding to the fact that some developers has they are actually good developers. In fact, they are professional developers, full stack developers, and yet they are not making any money or little to no money from the development phase. So it has been on my mind, and I was like, so let me give you a story or an instance. Now, there was this man when I was doing my IT back then in the university as a 300 level. So there was this man then that was a professional developer. I don't know if he's still alive now or not, but he was a professional developer then. He should be around, he should be in his 60s or 40s to 60 there, but I can't guess his age, but he's an advanced man. Um, so he's a developer. He has been doing the tech development, or he has been coding for close to 30 years. And they wanted someone to build a website for them in the company where I was doing my IT. And they knew I was a web developer, but they were like, I was not experienced enough, that I needed someone that was too experienced or that was very experienced on it. And that was because I was young though. And they asked me for my pricing at first. I told them, okay, I would charge them 200,000 naira. And they were like, oh, we know someone. And they called the person, and this person came. And this man, such a humble young, or sorry, let's say humble and advanced man. Let me not use the word humble young man. So he came and he was like, yes, he can build it. Now they were building a logistics website. So yeah, he said yes, he could build this. And the feature they wanted was tracking and just more information about the companies. That was it. So he said yes, he could build it. And they asked him how much. He said 100,000 naira. And I was shocked. And for me, I wanted to use WordPress to build it for them because WordPress is less complicated, and with WordPress they can easily handle the website themselves. But they said no, WordPress. What they have heard about WordPress is not strong. It cannot host their platform. They need pure code. I was like, okay, I'll develop pure code for you. But when they brought the man was like, all this young generation to look copy code, do this, do that, do this. And I was thinking he's going to charge a million naira or something. And guess what? This guy charged 100,000 naira. And boom, it got me thinking like, guy, can you do this? He was like, he'll do it in 3 weeks. He will give them the website. So they gave him half of the payment, 50,000 naira. And he left. And 3 weeks later, my boss has to start telling us to go look for this man. Guys, this was very, very funny. Like, my boss had to tell us to go look for this man because website he could not find, the man he could not find. Now, at the end of the day, the thing was, this man, I don't know how to put it. I don't want to put this so absurd. I don't want to put this very disrespectful. But when we later found this man, we realized that he was even doing a balance and carries vehicle, higher purchase vehicle, and as at his age, he has been a developer for years, but nothing came out from it. So he's actually on a local loan and a lot of loans, in fact. And we had to meet him, and my boss started dragging the money with him. At the end of the day, my boss still paid me the same amount to do the website. And fun fact, my boss does not even know the website that was done with code, pure code or WordPress. So I looked at it. I was like, this is my inexperience. If I do a code website for him, he might not be able to manage it, especially when they become the bug in the future, or whatever. So I said, okay, I'll do it in WordPress. And I did it in WordPress. I gave it to him. See, today, he still did not know that the website runs on WordPress. The website exists. But that was not the point I'm driving to right now. The point I'm driving to is this. That man has been a developer for years and he gets job often. But he's poor. Like, he's really, because I think as at that time, the car loan he was doing, or the car hire purchase he was taking, was a Yaris. And that Yaris, as at then, I could afford the Yaris and pay with cash because as at then I was already making money from tech. So I could pay it in cash. But this is a person who has done this for years. And So that is the reason I brought this topic up today. Why are most developers broke? Why are they poor? Now, this is a podcast, but if you're listening to this on YouTube, you can go to the comment section and tell me your opinion about it before I dive in. So now let's get started. Let me tell you the reason. So now the first reason I think most developers are actually poor is limited business knowledge. Now, that is the first reason. They lack business knowledge. They have limited. You see, most developers, they are not interested in learning business. They just want to code. You see a developer, he knows 400 coding language, but yet he doesn't know a damn about business. So this guy knows how to code, but doesn't know anything about business. What do you think? That was actually absurd, guy. So if you're a developer, you don't want to go broke. So if you're learning coding, you should to be learning business as well. That is where some business, you see that the main company is run by the developer, but the developer is not the face of the business. He's behind the scene because he knows nothing about business. So that is one reason most developers are actually poor and broke, because they lack business knowledge. So if you have a good business knowledge as a developer, you understand how to do pricing. As I'm speaking to you now, someone came to my DM and he needed the website, and he said his budget is 100,000 naira. And I won't complete that story, bro. But what I mean is, you have to understand your future as a developer. You have to know that without business knowledge, you can just be coding your life for cheap price. You become a full stack developer, knows everything about code, but then you're not be making any money for it. That's why you see someone running out from the development phase and running out from tech and say tech is not profitable. No, tech is profitable. It is you that lack the knowledge of business to apply in tech. So that is why you think tech is not profitable. Now, number two thing that actually cause developers to be poor, or that makes developers to be broke, is poor financial management. Very, very. And most developers, they make money and they want to spend like these other guys that do not work for their money. So you know the other guys I'm talking about. Yes, those guys that actually um flash their watch, their gold watch, their $1 million clothing, their cars on the internet. You know those guys, right? So now developers want to live that lifestyle. When you understand fully well that the money you're making is not up to what they are getting per day, and you want to live in that same lifestyle, buy expensive things and do a lot, travel a lot, whereas your money is not up to what they're making. So you have poor financial management as a developer and you expect yourself to make something. That is really, really fucked up, to be honest. It's not cool at all. So you have to learn about financial management. Now, the first thing is you have to understand business knowledge to not stay broke. And now you have to get a good financial management, or you have to get a good financial management skill. But poor financial management is actually another reason most developers are broke and poor. Now, the third reason now is actually competition. Now, competition is in every business, but in tech is actually more. So tech people actually have more competition. So you see in the tech phase, you see like 400 people applying for a job. If I just mistakenly post on your timeline, now on your timeline, you notice that you don't have a lot of followers. If you are using Facebook, you might not have a lot of response. But just post, I want a web developer to work with me on this and this project. Now, before you end that post, you have seen like 30, your message box will like, you have like 30 people already messaging you. Like 20 already commented on that post, because there are a lot of developers out there. So the competition rate is another reason why most developers are poor. So, but if you can beat the competition, then you have smart business idea, you are smart in business, and you have good financial knowledge. You should be cool. But competition is another reason why most developers are actually poor. And number four reason I think is lack of diversified income. So a lot of developers, they just make money, spend the money, make money, spend the money. They don't diversify their income. So a typical example is a developer I know. All he do is tech. He just do tech, save the money, use the money to settle his families and his bills and purchase a car. That is it. Keep on working and doing all that. and that is not reliable. As a developer, you should diversify your income. Now, for us or for me, 'cause what I do is when I make money for tech, I had to put that money into somewhere different. I can put the money into tech, I put into crypto, I can put the money in stock, buying stock, I can put the money building a physical business. I just diversify the money out from my account because the truth is, any money you save in your account, especially if you are in Nigeria, if you save the money in your account, you have one good option, and that is family people and problem. So your family, they are going to have a problem. In fact, combined together, your family people are going to have a problem. So if it's not your personal problem, it's going to be your family problem. But that money will sort out certain issues that will regarding that family or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you still do not have that money in your account, everybody will still survive. That is the fun part. So learn to diversify your income. If not, you become poor and broke. And you become a broke poor developer. So are we together, guys? Okay, now I think the last one here right now that I wrote out is most developers are caught up in a loop. So one of the reasons they are poor is, or most developers are broke, is because they are caught up in a loop. And this loop is actually learning, the learning loop. So a lot of developers I have met, they think that it is what they don't know that is making them not make more money. Whereas it is the fact that they think like that is making them not making money. So you know someone that thinks, okay, this person has learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript, is a front end developer, but he thinks that the money is not in front end, the money is in back end. So you have to go start learning back end. And he's finished the back end, and he still thinks that the money is not in back end, the money is in AI development, blockchain. These guys caught in a constant loop of learning, and then he's not making any money. So at the end of his life, he found out that he knows everything, but that is broke. So please don't be caught up in that fit. Don't ensure you are not caught up in that area, because if you do, that'll be bad for you. So guys, I think these five steps or this life point I've listed simply help you guys by explaining why most developers are broke and how you can actually stay away from being broke.